Dean walked out of the hut just before sunrise, shoulders tight, breath uneven, steps stiff like a boy trying to pretend he had already become a man. He said he was leaving. He said he would survive. He said he could find his way. But Mork only stood at the doorway, her thin fingers holding the frame as if it were the last piece of the world she trusted. She did not argue. She did not plead. She did not even turn to call Mean awake. Because she already saw everything. Age had sharpened her sight in ways youth never understood. A young person looks at the world as it appears. A seasoned soul looks at it as it will be. And Mork, she had lived in this jungle too long, survived too many disappearances, read too many dying breaths in the wind. She saw Dean's gait, unsteady. His eyes, darting. His shoulders, heavy with confusion. His breath, shallow with fear. She watched him and whispered inside her own mind. This boy will not go far. Not because he was weak. But because the forest, once it swallows a novice, does not release him straight. It bends his path like a river bends its current, returning him in circles, until he stumbles back to where he started. Mork knew this. So she stood there, silent, letting him walk. And beneath her stillness lay another truth, one she did not dare speak aloud. Something follows him. It wasn't Dean she feared. It was the shadow that watched him from the trees long before he decided to leave. She could not name it. She could not prove it. But the way the forest held its breath. The way even the insects quieted when Dean stepped beyond her doorstep. Her bones felt it first. Her memory confirmed it next, because she had seen this pattern once before, many years ago, on a night when someone she loved never returned. So she let Dean go, not because she believed he would be safe. But because she knew fate was moving, and she could not stop the river once it began to swell. Dean disappeared into the fog. The forest swallowed him whole. And Mork whispered, softly and sadly, as if speaking to the jungle itself. May the boy learn quickly. May the shadows be slow today. She turned back inside the hut, slow, tired, burdened. And Mean, though asleep, curled in her blanket, could sense her mother's unease. Her tiny fingers clenched the edge of the cloth, as if gripping an invisible fear. Mork sat beside her daughter and whispered a final piece of wisdom, not for Mean's ears, but for the world that kept taking. A far sight does not save us. It only prepares the heart for what it already knows will hurt.